Geez, Tarot. We're going to do Leo love read for the next 4 to 5 weeks. Won't say June because we've only got 10 days left. So we'll say for the next 4 to 5 weeks. We'll start off with the singles read, or for those of you who are in relationships where new connections are allowed. Then we'll move on to what you can do to increase your chances of finding the perfect partner, the one that you will marry, or the soulmate. Then we'll move on to couples, see how your partner's feelings are towards you, what the situation is, what you can do to either maintain or mend the relationship. Then we'll move on to the ex, see how the ex is feeling about you, if they're going to make any steps towards you in the next 4 to 5 weeks. And then we'll move on to oracle cards and finish the read there. Alright, so yeah, let's get started with your read. I'm going to start off with these Love Oracle heart-shaped cards. Your message today is wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Alright, so that's your theme, just to wait and don't rush anything. Alright, Leo, let's start off with singles. What's to come? First card's going to indicate what's to come. Next 3 cards after that will be how the month will play out. Might indicate certain characters. Then we'll check out the star signs to focus on, to keep an eye out for. Alright, so what's to come for singles, or for those of you who are open to new connections? What is to come for Leo singles? Waiting. So you had wait here as your main theme, and the next to what's to come is for more waiting. It's a necessary part of this. You need to let it take its natural course. In order for this, you don't want to scare it off. Seems like it might be a solid option here. All right, how's the month going to play out? 3 cards, please. Okay, so for some of you, it might have been something you were dealing with recently that was deceitful, or you had some sort of event that was some sort of deceit in the past that's led you to this point where you're kind of trying to rush into something new. Or for those of you, you're something unpredictable and you don't feel like you're in control. It's going to happen this month. Then we've got some sort of manipulative. See, this is something you want to do. You might be, for some, it's not for all, it's not going to resonate for everyone, but for some of you Leos out there, you probably got an eye on someone, or you're trying to rush away from previous betrayals or whatever, and you're trying to make the connection work quick, and it's actually going to be self-sabotage, and you might be manipulating the situation to make it speed up. My advice to you not to do that. Just let it go. Let it naturally form. Yeah, because there might be some form of corruption or some sort of controlling element here. This could be either you or the person that you're connecting with. It doesn't have to be you. Someone might be not trying to manipulate the situation to make you speed up. We got Capricorn, we got fire, earth, water, air. So you basically got everything. We've also got air and air. You got nothing really indicating a specific sign. So let's go for that. Let's look into what star signs should Leo keep an eye out for in the next 4 to 5 months, 4 to 5 weeks, when it comes to options or potentials. Now, I'm going to pick out 3 cards. It could be 3 individuals, or it could be one person with all these in their chart. All right, Leo, here we go. Keep an eye out for Uranus, which is Aquarius. Uranus, which is Aquarius. It's ruling planet. Then we've got the Sun, which is yourself, Leo. So Leo and Aquarius. A fellow Leo. Pretty cool. And a Capricorn. There we go. So yeah, Capricorn, a Leo, and Uranus, which is Aquarius. Alright, so keep an eye out for those. Now we're going to find out how you may know these people, or where you might run into them if you have yet to meet them. I'm going to pull out 2 or 3 cards to give us a little bit of an indication of how you might already know them or where you will meet them. Alright, we've got the Moon. So it could be a Cancerian, but it could also just be a Piscean as well. But it could be someone who is maybe someone who's into a little bit of spirituality. Might be into some sort of, I'm not saying dark art, but I'm saying someone who might just be spiritually a witch. It doesn't have to be, but that might unlock something for someone out there. We've got peace. What looks like a playground. We've got 2 swords, so there could be someone with 2 children who you might know from a playground or something like that. Or it could just be someone you know who's it could be a Leo as well. Sorry, I've got the cats trying to break in. And someone you might have already shared some sort of a connection with in the past. It's 2 hands in bed. So someone you might have already had intimacy with in the past, and maybe it might have been a one-night thing or friends with benefits, and that might be something that coming back into your life. We've also got the High Priestess, just someone relaxing in the bath. A lot of purple grapes around it, what looks interesting. Very nice. Alright, this wasn't exactly giving me much there, but for you, that might have told you something. All right, let's move on to what you can do to increase your chances of finding the perfect partner. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out 3 cards, and this could be actions, or it could be things that you could change about how you're entering the market of love and what you can do to increase your chances of finding the perfect partner. The one. The long-term one, the marriage. What can Leo do? 3 cards, please, to increase their chances of avoiding the time wasters. What can Leo do? Right, here we go. I got the sun in reverse. So I'm going to say you're going to have some sort of need for reflection. You might have to look back in your dating past and take in your experiences and figure out what lessons you have learnt and what it is that you necessarily need when it comes to love and romance, and what you can change about yourself when I can't speak, but you might have had some bad relationships. Once you're like, wow, that was bad, but just remember that they were all experiences that it was necessary for you to learn in order to go on the path to find this correct one, possibly. And you need to reject. We've got the 4 of Cups here. You need to reject whatever it is. For some of you, you might be opening the door to multiple. Maybe you like the idea of multiple people chasing you, and that might be scaring off a serious contender, and you might need to reject ones who are just flattering you, or ones who are just an ego boost. You need to get rid of those. And you're gonna have and you need some time to yourself to think. You got to stop letting people, or at least using other people, to distract yourself from searching within. There's also something that you're paranoid about. That's possibly something that happened in the past that's implementing your chances of having a successful relationship with a strong connection with a soulmate, or with someone who actually is compatible with you. Leos do like to have fun. I have a few Leo friends myself, big fan of them. But yeah, sometimes that it's very easy to distract yourself with fun times when you need some time to yourself, some seclusion, some time to think and really find yourself. Like I say, if you've watched my other videos, I'm not sure which sign I said this in, but I said that I need to find myself personally every 7 years or so. I go through this big thing where I'm like, oh, my life isn't as it is. I need to find myself. I need to figure out what has changed. And just like your cells in your body, every 7 years, every cell in your body has been replaced. And it would kind of make sense that you probably need to find yourself as well, spiritually. All right, so if you implement these changes, what can you look forward to? The Queen of Cups. So someone who is a little emotionally guarded, because they've got the cup closed. So they're not going to just let it out for anyone. So Kind, good-natured, compassionate, calm. So you get away from the dramatic times. Receptive, and embodiment. And someone who can also help you heal from your previous past. It doesn't matter if it's male or female, it's just that's what that was indicating. Alright, so let's move on to couples. Alright, first card is the situation, how the relationship's going. Second two cards is going to be your partner's feelings towards you. And the fourth and fifth card will be what you can do to either maintain or work on or to help mend the situation. It all depends on the situation, really. So what's the situation like for Leo and their partner? How's their next 4 to 5 weeks going to go? What needs to be addressed? What's the situation? There's insecurities, there's weaknesses, there's an illusion, there's also manipulation. For those of you who are also in relationships, manipulation seems to be a big keynote this month or this next 4 to 5 weeks. How does your partners? What are your partners? We've got the Magician in reverse, if you're wondering. So insecurity, weakness, manipulation, illusion. All right, so uninspired. So what is your partner's feelings towards you, Leo? All right. Well, they're a little restless and energetic. They might be keeping an eye on you. They're thinking something's up. They might be talkative or gossiping, getting information on you, or possibly watching you online, stalking for some. Maybe watching you go to work, making sure that you are going to work, or something like that. Or whoever you're traveling home with, or if that friend of yours is anything more than that, they might just be careful with your phones or leaving your laptop open if there's something to hide this month. Or maybe you just need to reevaluate what it is that you want in your life and what it is that could harm your chances. Now, what have we got? We got here the Knight of Swords in reverse, which is deceitful, crafty, imprudent, unpredictable, disorganized. For some reason, I just thought about someone possibly getting a little bit on the vices, possibly drinking too much, and maybe communicating with people they shouldn't really be communicating with on a weekend or on a weeknight on social media or something like that. And it's only when they're under the influence or in that zone that they're actually harming their stability here with the connection they already have. That's only for someone or maybe a few of you. I'm not saying that's for all, but your partner here is spying on you because they're trying to figure out some sort of proof of information on some sort of, they feel that you're not exactly 100% upright here. So what can Leo do to improve the situation? Okay, you need to come together with your partner and work together on conquering both yours and your partner's insecurities when it comes to this connection. You need to have perseverance and show that you are working on this relationship and you're putting effort into maintaining this relationship. That would also help your partner not spend so much energy trying to figure out something about you, and you might be able to use the energy which might have been wasted on adrenaline, stalking, and trying to figure out if you're cheating on them or something like that. It doesn't have to be that. It could be something to do with money, but it seems like it's something to do with if it's hard to say. I'm still getting used to doing these broad, signs readings where it's for everyone. But if this was an individual who was asking about their partner, I'd say their partner is concerned about them talking to other people. And if you want to help the situation, I would just have a sit down, have a talk, overcome these obstacles together. And there's insecurities, it seems like, on both sides of this particular union that need to. It doesn't necessarily need to be there. So you try your best to clear the air and give each other the chance to calm the waters, and because it seems to be it's all mind games here. It's nothing to do with. There's a lot of air And there's Pentacle here, which is the hard work. You need to do work. You need to show that you're willing to work on this to calm the mind. Someone might be trying to fill in the gaps, which is, they might not know anything, and then when people try to fill in gaps, they usually think the worst. So, alright. Let's move on to your ex and see how they feel about you, Leo. The good old ex, eh? Alright. First two cards is your ex's feelings towards you. Third card's going to be, will they make any steps towards you in the next 4 to 5 weeks? And fourth card's, do you even really care? What, are you bothered by the situation? How do you feel about the situation? Leo's ex, please. Leo's ex, please. 2 cards to indicate their feelings towards Leo. Okay. Well, their feelings to you is Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands in reverse. So, focus on your home, family, success, and abundance. Yeah, for some of you, you might have had an ex that you had family with, and they're focusing on that, or maybe they started another family after the breakup. It's been a few years or whatever. They're focusing on their family, or they're focusing on the family that they shared with you. They're protective of this of the past, and they're protective of the memories. They find you charming. There was some lying that they still have. They might be envious of how you're living at the moment, but they're a little bit irresponsible at the moment, or they feel that you are a little bit irresponsible, and they probably feel like you might have lied, or maybe they lied to you. I don't know. That's how they feel. But it seems like they're also dropping the burdens of the past, so they're slowly healing, possibly through some lie in the past, which has led to this. Are they going to make steps towards Leo this next 4 to 5 weeks, please? Are they going to make any steps towards Leo? Well, there's some unfulfilled hopes and disappointment, pessimism, doubt, and despair. So they doubt that the connection is going to come back. It said unfulfilled hopes, so a little part of them at least wants the connection to come back. But maybe if for those of you whose ex has already started a new family with someone else, they see that as a massive hurdle or something that's going to prevent that from ever happening. But there's unfulfilled hopes there by them. They're a little bit disappointed by how things turned out, but they are focused and protective of their family. For those of you who share a family with them, they're still needing to heal in order to, or they're still processing the whole situation of the disappointment and the unfulfilled hopes and the dream that died. Alright. Now, what is your feelings towards your ex, Leo? Are you even bothered? Whoa, okay. Yeah, I think you are a little. Now, for those of you, you see them as the lovers. Well, you see the situation as the lovers. You might have felt like there was a strong connection. Maybe it was too strong. Maybe there was a little toxic, or there was a little bit of codependency, something like that. But you definitely had motivation and inspiration for this person. You have love and beauty, action, commitment, choices, and you see that there is unity. For those of you who do have a family with your ex, you guys are going to be a good team together at least, or you're at least going to complement each other when it comes to raising your children, even through separation. I'm not saying there's definitely a chance in the future for things to turn around, but just at the moment right now, it seems like the dust is still settling. Someone probably, I think it looks like your ex is still kind of questioning if it's even, they doubt it could actually happen. But yeah, it seems like you're willing to work with them either as a friend or as a potential in the future. All right, let's get a message from your ex. Hidden message from your ex. Hidden message from your ex, please. You speak to me through music. You speak to me through music. And it's time for me to heal now. Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Your ex is going through a stage of healing. So for those of you who are wanting to bring back their ex or bring back a union with their ex, it seems like there's healing that's necessary to be done. All right, let's do a couple of oracle cards and we'll end this read. Messages. This isn't an ex reading anymore. This is just messages for Leo. And when it comes to love, for the next 4 to 5 weeks, What messages do we have for Leo, please? Spirit Soul Path, a personal evolution within your relationship. So for those of you who are already in a relationship, it seems to be whatever you can do to overcome those issues is going to make the connection stronger. Or for those of you who are possibly with a friend, and things might change. It's definitely a soul connection there. We've got Forever Young, a song of youthful playfulness. So it seems like it's definitely necessary to get out there and socialise and have fun. Don't forget to have fun, but I don't think Leos need to be told that. Alright, let's move on to Soul's Connection. We'll get a card from there, and then we'll finish it off with some love readings, and I'll reflect back on how we started. Cupid. Love is in the air. When Cupid is around, love is in the air. And what have we got here? Clarity. Alright, take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. Yes, you also need... I'm going to finish it. I'm going to go... you need to take your time. Alright, remember... I'm going to replay that first card. Alright, I'm going to read this one first. Put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. Definitely does. You're less codependent looking. And you're stable. Alright. And you are enough. The person that you are meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. Alright? I know you probably can't see that anyway, but I'll just hold it up there just to make my arm weird. Now, Leo, thank you very much for watching Seas Tarot. I'm going to read the card which we started to read with, which was Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Alright, Leo, thank you for watching Seas Tarot. It was a pleasure doing a reading for you. I hope you're... My kids in the background screaming, so I better go, but I hope it's a great month for you. Just remember to take your time and let things naturally flow. See you next time.